Welcome back to Pain and Suffering. Sorry. Shock Assembly is just one of those levels. It just reminds me, like, oh yeah, this character has a lot of difficult and annoying things it has to deal with. If you're not super comfortable with doing turncoat jumps, this is, again, another one of those levels where it's like, hey, low percent does just fine and dandy for most of the rooms. The more important thing overall is, once again, that you just practice everything you do. Anything that you do, just make sure you're comfortable with doing it, because anything that can go wrong will throw you off very quickly. Not to mention, I'm one of those stupid individuals that decided getting health was for chumps, and so anytime I do end up making a mistake, I usually die for it. Now, there is one little trick that I'll go back and show off in that previous room with the fairies. There is essentially a damageless way of going through that room. Likewise, in this room, there is a way of getting through without taking damage from anything. Just make sure that whatever works for you is what you have practiced and are doing every time. Likewise, that last Carter jump is at your own discretion. I just kind of want to start off by clarifying, if you've seen me doing this a couple of times, it's not something I usually intend to do, but if you happen to do turncoat rolls like at level with the ground, it'll glue you to the ground, which can help for getting through certain rooms. And you can see me doing it again right here, which is really nice because I'm rolling on a conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt is in the same direction that I want to be going anyway, so that's even faster rolling than rolling in the air. Now, the key to getting through this room without taking damage is the fact that very briefly, when you let go of turncoat, you're actually invincible. So right after falling off this ledge, you let go of the turncoat, and when you land, you'll immediately be holding right and bashing so that you get away from the gear before it hits you. So let's look at that again. As we approach that gear, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release, bash, and keep going. In this room, I'm jumping before every bash so that I'm not rolling against the conveyor belt. After I'm past the second shock, I start holding my bash button so that I can get ready to do a bash upwards into turncoat rolls. And whatever you do, just make sure you're not bonking or getting clipped here, because the robot will catch up to you and make it impossible to get through the dirt block. This last room is definitely what you see is what you get, but I will show it off just so you can see exactly what's happening in slow motion, where I'm very close to this last fairy before I get the up bash into turncoat. 2 rolls land me on that last platform, and then you can bash to the goal ring. Feel free to mash, we've got another skippable cutscene, we're going to quit the title screen, get right back into the game. And now would be a good time to ask anyone who's around you to be very quiet, because in the next level, apart from having really, really awesome music, we're also going to have one of the scariest tricks in the run, as in, you really, really want to have all your audio cues turned way up. So we'll see you next time at Cyclone Sierra. Thanks for watching.